Hello and welcome to carandbike. Meet the all-new TVS Apache RTR 310. Now we'll try to answer all your questions about the bike. First of all, how's the bike? And if you're considering something in this segment and price point, should you be considering the new Apache RTR 310? And if you want to be in the Apache family, why this instead of the Apache RR 310? We'll try to answer all those questions. But before that, please do subscribe to the Car and Bike channel if you haven't yet. Hit that bell icon. And if you like this video, please do share it ahead. Just look at the new TVS Apache RTR 310. It's got an aggressive face, cuts and creases on its bodywork, and it looks like a very, very attractive motorcycle indeed. In terms of design, TVS, I think, has completely nailed it. It doesn't look like any of its siblings in the 310 family, like the RR 310 or of course the platform shared with the BMW G310R. The best part is the RTR 310 does manage to stand out amongst the 310 family siblings, and that's, I think, is the biggest takeaway. In terms of design, TVS has completely nailed the look. Aggressive, macho. Just look at that stance, just looks like it's going to go proper fast and waiting to just get going. So in that department, the looks department, in my book, this one looks quite nice. Let us know in the comments what you think about the design. Now next, let's get down to the features. The RTR 310 boasts of a long list of segment-first features. The RTR 310 is packed to the gills if you opt for the build-to-order Dynamic Pro kit. Of course, you have to shell out extra. We'll talk all about the pricing. But you get segment-first features like cornering ABS, cornering traction control, cornering cruise control. And there's a segment-first, in fact, I haven't heard of something called climatic control on a seat. Heated seats, heated grips, yes, we've heard of them before, but the RTR 310 has a cool seat which can be also heated if you want to be riding in winter or cold climate. So those are completely new features, and of course it gets a bi-directional quick shifter and it gets 5 riding modes. One mode in the RR 310 is got a supermoto mode where you can disable the rear ABS if you want to explore all that. And apart from that, there's wheelie control, stoppie control, the works. So in terms of features, there's nothing quite like this in that segment at that price point. But do let us know if you'll be willing to pay for all those features, or do you think those features are important to you in the comments. For now, let's go ride it and see what it's all about.
I go the hardest. I bring the pain. Not what you used to. It's all part of the game. Yeah.
So from the moment you sit on the new RTR 310, you instantly realize that the seating position is more upright, more comfortable than the RR 310. It's not as committed as the RR 310. Of course, it's a street fighter, so you get a completely different ergonomics. It's quite comfortable to sit on, and the engine tuning is different. So it gets differently calibrated throttle maps, and the intake and the airbox are different, as well as the exhaust internals. All that has resulted in a minor bump in power and torque, about 1.6 bhp more than the RR 310 and about 1.4 Newton meters of more torque than the RR 310. Of course, TVS has tuned this for better low and mid-range performance rather than outright top-end performance. So 0 to 60, according to TVS, this is segment best of about 2.8 seconds or thereabouts. And this is apparent when you ride it in traffic. It's quick and it hits 6,000 RPM in no time. So low-end performance, low and mid-range performance is quite likable. What could have been better is a throttle response, in my opinion. And newer riders may feel that the throttle is a little snatchy, it's a little jerky. But for those who are a little into adventurous kind of riding, they'd probably like that kind of throttle response because it's just raring to go. It's a single-cylinder engine after all, so yes, there are some vibes you'll feel at around 6,500 RPM to around 7,000 RPM. What that translates to on the road in 6th gear, between 95 to about 100 kilometers per hour. If you're into that kind of riding, you will feel some buzz, but then the buzz sort of tapers down beyond 115 kilometers per hour. We saw a speedo indicated top speed of about 158 kilometers per hour during our test here on the empty stretch of road. But what really stands out for the RTR 310 is the way it handles. In fact, in that segment, you would know, if you're familiar with the RR 310, the RTR 310 on the track is very balanced and completely intuitive. You can flick it left and right. And what I would have wanted is a little bit more foot peg clearance. But other than that, it stays planted, stays stable. So if you want to start track riding with it, and if you're new to this kind of a motorcycle, possibly graduating from a smaller motorcycle, then this one will not disappoint you. Yes, but you have to keep in mind it's a single-cylinder model after all, single-cylinder engine. So that range between 605 and 705 RPM, you will feel some buzz, but beyond that, the buzz seems to taper off. But overall, in terms of performance and handling, I think this really nailed it. Handling is quite nice. You stays planted, you feel stable, always confident. So those are plus points. And if you want to upgrade from a smaller motorcycle, this will not disappoint you because it's got performance, it's got the handling, and it's got stability. So all points covered there. At 2,43,000 rupees ex-showroom, the Apache RTR 310 is around 28,000 rupees less expensive than the base variant Apache RR 310. But the base variant doesn't get the bi-directional quick shifter, which is only available a variant above, priced at 2,56,000 ex-showroom. And for the Fury yellow color variant, the price goes up to 2,64,000 ex-showroom. But then, the adjustable suspension is only available in a dynamic kit, priced at Rs 18,000 over and above this. And for those looking for a 6-axis IME powered lean sensitive electronics, the price again goes up to 22,000, pushing up the price of the RTR 310 BTO to over Rs 3,04,000 rupees ex-showroom. And if you still have to choose the Sepang blue color option, the price further shoots up by Rs 10,000 more to 3,14,000 rupees ex-showroom. So coming back to the first questions, how is the Apache RTR 310? There are some strong points, of course. It performs well, handles beautifully, and to my mind, it looks absolutely smashing and completely stands out. Whether you look at the Apache RR 310 or even the BMW G310R, this one has managed to carve out its own identity. So if you're a TVS fan, the Apache RTR 310 would probably be to your liking. And overall, no complaints as such. And it is little less expensive than the RR 310 if you look at the base variant. But if you want the full safety kit, cornering ABS, cornering traction control, quick shifter, cornering cruise control, then you'll have to shell out more. You'll have to go for the dynamic kit, for the fully adjustable suspension, as well as the dynamic pro kit with all those goodies that are with the 6-axis IMU. And that makes the RTR 310, in fact, more expensive than the RR 310. Right now, if you walk into a TVS showroom and if you want all those goodies on this bike, then this comes out to be a slightly more expensive proposition than the RR 310. But sooner or later, the RR 310 will also get those goodies as options. So if those are the kind of things that you want in a full-fed bike, then you may as well wait for it. And in terms of negatives, I could feel those vibes that we talked about earlier, from 6,500 to about 7,500 RPM. And in the real world, if you're cruising at 6th gear, that'll be about 95 to 100, 110 kilometers per hour. So at those speeds, you'll feel some buzz on the tank and on the seat. And talking about the seat, the cooling works really well, but the seat material is a little hard. So that is something you need to take care of, because if you replace it with a foam padding, then that cooling may not work. But overall, as a product, I think this one has got all strong points in this segment so far.